everybody, so in this video I'll be showing you about input types in HTML. So input types are basically nothing but there are just elements that you can insert in your HTML page. So here I have one input type. So first I'll show you what is an input type, then we'll learn how many input types are there and what are the uses. So first of all, input, what does this mean? That something I'm giving it as an input. Now type, what type is it? Whether it is a button, checkbox or a color. So I'll just remove this, then I'll show you. You can see that an option comes over here: button, checkbox, color, date time, local, and many more things. So I select button here, and these are all the input types that are there in HTML. So you can see that the button appears over here. Now where you can use this button? Suppose if you want your user to click on something, or maybe something should happen when you click, or the background color should change. So there you can use this button. Basically when you want the user to click something. Now you see that this button is blank and it looks like just a box. So what I need to do to insert text, give a space and type value. Now click me. You can see that it gets over here. So to type something inside a button, you have to use this value tag, and you can type value and whatever you want. Suppose I can give it also magic. You can see that it shows magic over here. So now let us move to our next tag, that is checkbox. So here I'm giving it as checkbox. Now what this checkbox is, it's basically a box with two options, whether you can tick or untick. So here you can basically tell your user that want your user to select something or not select something. Suppose you're making a quiz game, so there you can use this checkbox, and then you can show the results whether it is correct or wrong. So the next tag, that is color. Now what this color tag does is that you can select the color. So I'll just show you this tag. Yeah, see that this tag is over here. You can select the color. Suppose I'm keeping it blue, then you can see blue, red, I can keep anything, and these are the RGB values, means red, green, blue. Then HSL is there, then HEX is also there. So HEX needs to be defined with a hashtag and the number code. So this is the color tag. You can use it basically if you're giving like the div color is blank, and when the user comes to this and selects the color purple, then the color div can be purple. So that also you can do with this. Now our next tag is that date. Now what is date? You can see that it shows what date it is. Suppose it's today, it's July 2021 and 10. It's Saturday today. So it shows that here is July 2021 and 10, Saturday. This basically you can use. Suppose if you want your user to display something that you can tell him that the date is today, so you can use this for that case. And then date time local. Now this is also just the same, date time local, but it will show you the time as well. Date time local. You can see that it get extended over here. When I click on this, you can see that it shows the time also here. It's 1:19 currently in my computer, you can see, and it shows 1:19 as well here, and it's PM right now, and it then shows the same things. So you can use this also, as if you want to just display the date, use the date tag, and if you want to display the date with the time, then you can use the date time local. Our next tag is email. This tag you can enter your email inside. Suppose I'll just paste it over here. Yeah, you can enter your email over here, something like Gmail, then .in, like that. You can enter your mail over here, Gmail. So that also you can use. Then file. Now this file tag is used to upload some files in your program. Suppose over here, okay, I'll just see that, okay, yeah, you can see that no file is chosen. So choose file over here. You can choose any file you want. Suppose I'm choosing this learn coding folder, then going and open. Okay, I'll select a file, open, and you can see that it shows the extension bounce.html. So that is what that I had chose, and it shows it over here. So it doesn't basically shows the file, but it'll show you the name and the extension of the file. Our next tag is hidden. Now paste this hidden over here. Yeah, hidden. Now you can see that it displays nothing because it's just a hidden tag. So it basically use that you want to not display anything, so you can use this hidden tag. And then image. Then the image tag is used to display image. Suppose if you want to display some image over here, you can use that, or you can just use this image tag like this also. Then month. Now I'll show you the month tag. The month tag over here shows you just the month. What month is it? Whether it's January, February, April, and suppose if you're making a calendar, a static calendar, then you can use this. So this is the month tag. Then moving up with the number, input type number. Now what this input type number does, it's just like a text input, but it only allows you to enter numbers. You can see that when I try to click text, it's not going to take, it's only allowed to put numbers. Suppose if you want your user to only insert numbers in your text input, then you can just keep it input type number. The next one is password. So password, you might have seen in that Gmail website where you enter your password, it comes like this dot dot dot, so nobody can see your password. So you can use this dot dot dot. Suppose if you are making a site to log in, then this password, nobody can see your password. And next is radio. Now the radio button. The radio button I'm going to put, yeah, you can see that this radio button is also like the checkbox, but it gives you an option like it's circular and it looks much more good than that checkbox, and you can just select it. Then you can't unselect it when you click over here. You need to refresh it. You can use this as well for choices. Then the next thing is that range. Now I'll show you what range is. Yeah. Okay, it's updating over here. Yeah, range. You can see that this range, it's basically a slide bar. You can use it like if I'm giving it over here, then I can make it full, half, or nothing. So this range bar is used like a slide bar. Suppose if you are making some program that uses this slide bar, you can add range. Then the next thing is that reset. Control C, and I'll show you the reset. Reset. Yeah, you can see that a reset, this button is a reset button. You can either create a button and type its value as reset, or you can just use this reset button. It automatically creates a button for you and types reset inside it. The next is that search. Search. Now I'll just show you the search thing. You can see that you can search anything over here. It looks similar to a text box, but it's actually search. You might have seen that in Amazon it shows you whatever you want. Suppose you can type car over here and it will show you the results found. You can see that this cross button is there. You can clear it. The next thing is submit. Now this is also a button like submit. You can see that the submit button. Now submit and reset button, you can use it. Suppose if you're creating a fill form, there the user needs to submit, or he can just reset and everything will get cleared, and submit, he'll go to the next platform. Then next, tally. Now this tally is used to just enter your phone number. Yeah, you can enter your phone number over here, and it allows text as well over here. The next thing is that text. Finally, our text input. A text input where you can enter anything you want. It's like a text input, or for the name you can use it, for the surname as well as anything. Then time. Now paste this time over here and you can see that it will show you the time. It's currently 1:25 in my computer and it's PM right now. So you use it to basically show time to your user. Like suppose there's a time site, or you're making a clock, so you can use this just for the static, and you can change the time as well, but it'll actually show you the time that is already there. So this is the default time. Now the last tag that comes is URL. Now what is this URL? I'll just remove this URL. You can basically paste any URL over here. Suppose I copy this and paste this URL over here. So this is the URL tag. So thank you for watching my video, and hope you liked my video, and I hope you understood all the input tags that I showed you. So in the further video I'll be showing you how you can create your own website. And sorry for my mistakes. Bye bye.